Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for clicking on this Smashy Smashy Eggman movie reviews and more video. I am Martin Prevost, and, well, as you can tell, we're still talking Shakespeare this month. We've talked a little Hamlet. We've talked a little Much Ado About Nothing. We talked about Romeo and Juliet. Rosencrantz and Guildenstern Are Dead, a play based on the works of William Shakespeare. But we're going to end on a different play. A play that is based on the complete works of William Shakespeare, Abridged. This is a live performance video based on the play of the same name. And, well, it is the complete works of William Shakespeare Abridged. It is all of Shakespeare's plays done in 90 minutes. It's a lot of fun. It's a great comedy. This might be one of my favorite live performance videos that I own, or that I've seen. And there's a lot of good ones out there. You can find a lot of good live performances of musicals, plays, concerts. But this one is really hilarious. It is performed by the three men who kind of created this show, who are... I just want to make sure, because Adam Long, Reed Martin, and Austin Fitchner. The play itself was written by... And that's why I just didn't go with who wrote it, because Adam Long and Jess Winfield... Jess was in this one? Oh, no. Adam Long is the only one who wrote the play and is in the performance. The play was written by Adam Long, Daniel Singer, and Jess Winfield. So Reed Martin and Austin Fitchner are two other members of the company, but they are the three who are most well-known for performing this show, are the three who are on this disc, which can still be bought. I actually just looked it up before I started this video. You can still go on Amazon and buy copies of this play, which it's a great time. I highly suggest doing it. It is a really funny play. Now, if you notice, I only said three names. That's right, this is an entire play with only three actors. Three actors do the entire works of William Shakespeare. And it's just a great way to kind of do this huge overview of the plays of Shakespeare. You know, they open up with the introductions. They move on to Romeo and Juliet, which is a great time. They then do Titus Andronicus. From there, they move on to Othello, which is done as a rap. They cover all of Shakespeare's plays, sometimes condensing them. The comedies are condensed together, the histories are condensed together, but the way they do it is a lot of fun. In fact, actually, they cover all of Shakespeare in the first act, except one play. And this is, part of the comedy of it all. The thing about this show is that it is so well rehearsed, and these guys know what they're doing so well, that although it is a very well-rehearsed show, everything looks like it's happening in the spur of the moment. So everything looks like... nothing looks planned. It all looks like happenstance, but they are doing because of the way they're acting, because they're treating everything as if it is really happening, and it's the first time it's ever happened, even though, like, something as simple as, one of the characters throwing away a line or looking at or mugging to the audience is meticulously planned to get a laugh. How do I know this? Because I've read the script. And a lot of that is in the script. But yeah, they cover everything in the first act minus Hamlet. And the entire second act is them doing a comedic version of Hamlet. It's a lot of fun. It's hilarious. I want to praise this so much more. And it's because it's a great show. It is an amazing show to watch these three guys run around like idiots, throwing props back and forth, throwing on and throwing off costumes, for 90 minutes. It is so much fun, and the fact that they actually tell a story somehow hidden in this, like, all they're doing is they're just doing Shakespeare. Where's there a story? There is a story between the three guys that, kind of comes out as you progress through this show about how they feel about Shakespeare and, working with each other and just being in this in doing this show. Because their act break actually is part of that. Their act break is one of the cast members doesn't want to do Hamlet, very much doesn't want to do Hamlet, so he runs away. And he's chased after by one of the other ones, leaving the third one on stage to kind of entertain for a few minutes before sending everyone off to intermission. So it's that grudging moment of, no, I don't want to do Hamlet, I don't want to do Hamlet, I don't want to do Hamlet. And they also sum up another play, Coriolanus, just by saying the name. They never actually say what the play is about, they just say the name, and then they go, one of them goes, I don't want to do it, because of the anus. Which, yeah, it's childish humor, but it's funny. And the fact that these guys work with the audience a lot. Like, this is a very interactive show. As far as, like, they keep raising the house lights to interact with the audience and bring them into the fun, or they'll run out into the audience to use them as, basically props at points. Which raises the question of, are they plants, or is this just how they did it? But you never need to know. You never need to know the truth of that question, because you're just having so much fun watching these guys do this show and make it feel like it's so spontaneous and just happening right then and there. And that's really what sells this production and this show overall. Again, if you're just looking to get all of Shakespeare in one go, and kind of get the high notes of a lot of the plays, not all the plays, because there are plays like Coriolanus that just get skipped over, that they just mention the title of, and that's it. For their histories, they kind of just string them together in what order they're supposed to go in, and hit the moments of transition. They don't go into like what the plots are of these plays, and the comedies, they realized, are just basically the same couple of beats repeated over and over again 16 times, so they condensed it all into one show, covering all of the major beats and hitting points from the various Shakespearean plays. But it's a lot of fun. Like, it just is. It's just a lot of fun. They also take Shakespeare, one of his first plays, Titus Andronicus, and they do a really great moment with a cooking show, and you get a lot more of that play than you would imagine you would learn about that play, just because it's a lesser-known Shakespearean play. But it's a great scene, and it's a great moment, and it's hilarious. You'll find yourself laughing so much through this show that it's worth checking out. It's worth picking up a copy of the DVD to check it out, or if you can find it streaming. I don't know if it's streaming, but it's worth checking out. And I know this isn't a long video, because I can already tell I've quickly hit the wall on what's there to say about this production, other than it's amazing and you need to check it out. Because, again, it's just three guys acting like idiots, running around doing Shakespeare, a lot of Shakespeare, and having a real fun time doing it. And the audience is having a really fun time as well. But it's a great way to end this Shakespearean exploration that we've been doing. Because, again, it covers it all. Not well. You know, it doesn't have to cover it well, it just has to cover it. As paraphrasing something actually said in the play. They don't have to do the plays, they don't have to do them well, they just have to do them. But yeah, if you've never seen or reduced Shakespeare, definitely check it out. It's weird, because it's called The Reduced Shakespeare Company, The Complete Works of William Shakespeare Abridged. The play is just The Complete Works of William Shakespeare Abridged, so it's hard to know what the official title of this. The show is The Complete Works of William Shakespeare Abridged, but the disc really makes it look like it's The Reduced Shakespeare Company, The Complete Works of William Shakespeare Abridged. They do have other shows. I've never seen any of them. I wouldn't mind if I ever got the chance. I'd definitely check out some of their other reduced, because that's what they do. Every play they do is reduced. It's like the reduced history of the world or something. I think that's one of them. But yeah, we actually did this play when I was in college. I wasn't in it because there's only 3 characters, and, well, I wasn't one of the funniest 3 people in the school, well, in my program, which makes sense. I understand that. I buy that. But it was a good production. It was fun. It was a lot of fun. This show allows people who are doing it to take a lot of liberties with the text, much like Shakespeare itself. It is in public domain. It is not, I want to not Shakespeare is public domain. This show isn't, but it does allow you to change up stuff, and you don't need to follow the script to the letter because they want that realism. They want that, like, to feel like it's spontaneity, but you to rehearse it. Therefore, they want you to be able to, like, slip in what's going to work for where you are, your theater, and what your audience type is going to be. So it's a great show. Check it out if you've never seen it. Yeah, but this ends Shakespeare month, and also brings us to a close in November. We're now done with November. There's no more content for this month. And because we're at the end of November, that means it's anniversary time. Next week is the 3-year anniversary of this channel. It's weird. It's weird that I'm moving on to 3 years of doing these videos, and that I've got 3 years worth of weekly content plus bonus videos that is all set and have been done, and you can go back and watch any of them. So if you really are curious what I did 2 years ago for videos, they're there. They're back there. That means what? I've done over 150 videos. Actually, the 150th video was bats back in Animals Attacks, and I didn't even mention it. Like, I knew that was the 150th video. I had realized it when I was working on it, and before I shot it, I just never thought of it as I was shooting it. But that was the 150th video. So now we're in the neighborhood of 160. It's a weird kind of adventure that this has been. And I know I don't have the biggest follower base. I don't have the most subscribers. But I enjoy doing it. And that's why I still do it. That's why I've pushed into 3 years of doing this channel content. So for my 3-year anniversary, I'm going to talk about my favorite movie, Gremlins 2: The New Batch, and because I've been wanting to do a video where I've done this, and it just seems fit to do it for the 3-year anniversary, I'm going to show off a lot of my Gremlins collection. I've mentioned before that I've got a bookshelf full of Gremlins crap off camera that if I turn my head like this, I can look at and ooh and ah. I'm going to ooh and ah on camera next week. So it's the 3-year anniversary. I'm going to be talking about Gremlins 2, and I'm going to be showing off some of the Gremlins memorabilia I have collected over the years of being a fan of Gremlins. So hopefully that'll be an interesting video. Hopefully it'll be fun. Whatever, I'm celebrating the 3-year anniversary. But yeah, check out the complete works of William Shakespeare Abridged. It's a great time. It's a great show. And it's definitely, if you're not into Shakespeare, it's a great way just to try a little Shakespeare with a lot of comedy worked in. Alright, this is Smashy Smashy Eggman, movie reviews and more. I'm Martin Prevost. I hope you're having a good time, a great time. Like the video, comment if you've got something to say, subscribe so you don't miss any content. Go back, watch some past videos if you haven't. If you're not caught up, or if you want to see what I have to say about various topics. If you want to hear me talk about top 10 lists that lasted for a little while and rank things, you're going to have to go back to year 1. Year 1 was a lot of that. Year 2 is when I started to move into more single form content that you can still find me talking about batches of things. There's still some franchises that get covered in bulk occasionally, and you can always go find the and more. The and more is here. I talk about books. I've talked about video games once. I think I talked about video games once. I might have to do another video game episode, but that's not until next year, because the rest of December I'm going to be talking about unconventional Christmas movies. So, those Christmas movies that are Christmas movies, but Christmas is almost unnecessary to them being Christmas movies. I'm going to do that for the rest of this month. So maybe in January, I'll throw in some, I'll do a video game review or a board game review. Because I also really like board games, and I've never really touched on trying to review a board game. I've never done it. So maybe I'll give that a try in January. Who knows? We're moving on to the 3rd year of Smashy Smashy Eggman. Moving in to year 3. We had our 0th year, where we're 1 month old. We're 2 months old. Then we turned 1. Now we're turning 3. We did also turn 2, but I felt it was redundant until I didn't say it, because I wasn't skipping a lot of numbers. I don't know why I'm rambling. I am rambling right now. I don't know who's still watching this video, but thank you. Thank you for watching me ramble. You appreciate it. You're an appreciated viewer. Alright, I will talk to you next week. Have a good one. See you later.